Hey there. If you find yourself stress eating because you feel overwhelmed, I want you to just take a few minutes and watch this video because I think what I have to tell you could be really helpful for you. By the way, I'm Katie Corbett and I am the CEO of healthwellnessandchocolate.com, and I would love for you to go ahead over there and check it out when our video is over. But in the meantime, let me help you out a bit. Well, really what happens is if you are eating because you're stressed, I want you to try these 3 tips. The first one is to start being proactive, not reactive. So what you can do is try to look ahead at your schedule. So maybe it's take a month at a glance, a week at a glance, even a day at a glance, and see what's going to come up that maybe is going to cause you some stress. Just know that sometimes stress just happens and you don't really have control over it, but most of the time, we're really kind of reacting to things we maybe could have anticipated in the first place. And listen, I have 8 kids. I get it. Things come up. But what I want to try to encourage you to do is start looking ahead and take time to plan your schedule, kind of look for what's going to come up and what could trip you up, and then kind of plan for it. What you can do, this technique is called mental contrasting. And basically what you're going to do is take a look at your week in advance and say, okay, I've got this, this, and this. What could go wrong? And then try to find out all the different angles that something could come up, or something like who could get a stomach bug. Maybe someone's going to fall and need stitches, or, maybe you get an emergency call. One of your parents is sick. Kind of think about all the different things that might come up for you that are out of your control. But that doesn't mean that you have to default into unhealthy habits just because things come up. So basically what I'm saying is don't take things that come up as a surprise, right? Kind of plan for and be like, oh yeah, I figured someone was going to get sick eventually. I put some healthy meals in the freezer ahead of time. So even though we're now in a total time crunch or everybody doesn't really feel good, I've got some soup stored in the freezer, or I have a plan for when days are like this. I go and grab a rotisserie chicken and some bag salad, and it's just an easy dinner, right? You can kind of plan ahead and have a go-to plan B for when life goes sideways, so that when life goes sideways, it doesn't totally derail you from your health and wellness goals. It's kind of like, oh, okay, I thought this day would come and here it is. And so I know what to do, and I'm not going to react with stress because I've been expecting it, or I at least considered that this was a possibility. So it's not blindsiding me now. I get it, and I can handle this and move on. It's not going to totally derail my health goals, or it's not going to really even affect my mood. I knew this was going to happen, and in some way or another, and I'm planned for it, and here we go, let's do this and move forward from that. So then the next thing too is I also want you to start making as many decisions ahead of time. Okay. And basically what this means is it reduces your decision fatigue. If you ever notice, in the morning when you wake up, it's pretty easy to stick to your health and wellness goals, right? That bowl of ice cream really isn't calling your name. The bag of chips, it's really easy to resist, okay? Because your emotional tank in the morning when you wake up is pretty full. But as the day goes on and maybe things come up for you, or it's just stressful, or the day just wears on you, or your kids are being annoying, whatever, you find by the end of the day, those treats kind of get harder to resist. So what I want you to do is just start making as many decisions ahead of time, so that your decision fatigue isn't increased. And that kind of gives you a little bit of extra emotional energy for what you have to deal with, so that the chips and the ice cream, or the food that's keeping you from hitting your goals, isn't so alluring. And then your ability to cope when that emotional tank is empty is a lot harder. And because you can't cope as well, your stress increases, and then food really becomes that default go-to. So what I want you to do is just make as many decisions ahead of time. Maybe plan out your menu a week in advance or a month in advance. Just do a basic, we're going to eat these 10 things 3 times this month. And that's it, right? That decision of what am I going to make for dinner every single night doesn't have to kind of wear you out, or make you have to think about it. It's oh wait, it's Tuesday, we're going to have Taco Tuesday. You can totally make it whatever you want to do it, but just try to make as many decisions ahead of time. I think it's Mark Zuckerberg, and actually a lot of really super smart people do this. They have 3 outfits, and just they have 10 shirts that are black, 10 pairs of pants that are the same color. And so they don't even have to decide what they're going to wear. They just put on the shirt and the pants and like go on with their lives, because it doesn't take much time or emotional energy to decide what they're going to wear. So they're not making decisions a lot during the day that will wear them down. So think of your day and your month or your week ahead of time and see like how many decisions can I make ahead of time so that my emotional energy isn't spent on just making like pretty basic decisions. If you found this helpful and you'd love to learn more and go deeper with me, head over to healthwellnessandchocolate.com. I would love to have you join the Health and Wellness Blueprint. You can try it out for only $1, and it's available to you at healthwellnessandchocolate.com. In the meantime, I hope you start making decisions ahead of time. And one of those decisions could be to join the Health, Wellness, and Chocolate Blueprint. All right, have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.